what's happening, guys? So this is my version of LEGO set 75300 Imperial TIE Fighter. So when I first saw this set, I wanted to do a mech build of a TIE Fighter, but I also wanted to improve on the TIE Fighter build itself. So this ended up being a 2-in-1 build. So first, I'm just going to overview some of the changes I did to the TIE Fighter build, and then we'll look at the mech build next. So I actually had to redesign the cockpit from the ground up because I wanted the wings to be detachable, and the way it was originally designed, that just wasn't possible. The wings I left mostly the same. This is almost identical to the original design from the set. The only thing I really changed was this piece right here used to be a toe ball joint that was dark bluish gray. I honestly don't know why LEGO did this because these clip pieces fit here perfectly and they match the color scheme of the wings. So it's kind of a weird design choice by LEGO. I knew right away that was the first thing I had to change. The only other thing I changed was removing some pieces from the interior just to lighten the wings up. There was honestly a lot of plating here I didn't feel like was needed. The wings are still sturdy without all of that, so I just went ahead and removed it. Other than that, I added some more controls inside the cockpit. I also added the ability for the back to open up, and this is where you can store that missile pod that you see in the front of the cockpit here. Unfortunately, if the missile pod is attached, you can't fit the pilot in there, so that's why I ended up making a space for it in the back. But either way, I really like this, and I think I'm pretty happy with the design. So let's move on and look at the mech build for this. So the first thing I want to mention is this design isn't completely an original idea. So there's this channel here on YouTube called North of the Border that does some really cool diorama work. And earlier this year, I saw he posted a video of the TIE Fighter, which is basically a kind of mechanized samurai looking version of a TIE Fighter mech. And I really liked that design, and I thought it would be cool to make something like that in LEGO. Aesthetically, I kind of went for a Gundam style with the arms and the legs. One area I diverged from that was the foot design. I kind of wanted this to follow the Star Wars design language, and I made this design a while ago actually, where it's this kind of triangle shape, and it almost reminds me of the foot of an AT-AT, so I just ended up putting it on this leg design, and I felt like it fit perfectly with the Star Wars design language, so I went ahead and used that for this build. As you saw in the B-roll footage, I made a bunch of different loadouts for this. Obviously, this is without any weapons, and I did one where there's kind of a knight build with a sword and shield. I thought it'd be really cool to use a TIE Fighter wing as a shield. It already has that general shape. And then I also, just because my love for Gundams, decided to do a heavy arms inspired build from the Gundam in the Gundam Wing series. So like some of my other videos, I'm going to include the instructions in the description below, and I'm also going to include a link to the Bricklink IO file for this base build of the TIE Fighter mech. So if any of you guys are interested in building this, you should be able to do that and get all the pieces you need from Bricklink. I will say I would get the base set that this is designed after. That's going to get you most of the pieces you need to get started. Then I would order the remaining pieces you need off Bricklink if you don't have them already. All right, that about does it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you liked this build. Stay tuned for more builds coming soon. Until next time, peace.